Hello, fellow academics, and welcome back to Beeftorio, where we're overlooking what will soon be another area for water storage. So, last episode, we didn't quite see it, but they have finished that second bad water dome, which means there's no more bad water coming up this way. But instead of waiting until that area has completely evaporated, I figured it is time that we actually go ahead and create sort of a secondary pathway out. Now, the problem with that is that I don't quite know how to plan this. All right, here we go. You should be able to go through there. I'm gonna slow you down so you guys don't build that piece there. Oh wow, you're actually going out pretty far. So maybe we will actually leave it at that. Because I guess we could blow this up further. But do we need to? Probably not. So both of these can be removed. Yep, and we can also remove this one. Because then they can build all of that from the other side, and we don't need to worry about this. So now we need to... actually, no, I can't see anymore where we're heading. All right, up to here. Which means we have two more to build down there. All right, back to the top, and then trying to figure out a good way of getting down there. So, we already have, well, a path on this side. Where are you going? Oh, I see. You're bringing the extract over there. All right. So, let's see. How do we get down there? With stairs, per usual. We'll end up here. Put a double one in there, single one in there, go down there, and then single one over. Actually, we need to start this from the bottom. So they can actually easily reach it. All right, so there we go. Stairs, stairs, stairs. So many stairs. Keep this straight. Go down there and down there. And then make sure it's all connected with a path. And then because I really want to finish this in this episode, we're going to set all of this to the highest priority. All right, make sure it's all still connected. And then once they're starting from this side, they will kind of just create the tunnels as needed. Over here, we've already dug down pretty far. Keep in mind, we're only exploding this part and then it will float out, which means we will still have 2 levels of the bad water over here. Right. Let's, on the other hand, look into our wood situation. Some of the oak trees are growing up. Not a ton, but we're starting to properly fill up this corner right here, which again will be actually quite useful. Now, at the moment, we have the water tipping out this way. Half of it, at least. Sort of the back free water sources here going out to the right and the left free going out to the left. So in order to actually have our water go over here, or like tip over here, we in a sense need a access point. And what better access point? I mean, if we leave it on this level, so you're the bottom here, actually let me go down like this. If we remove those 3, which are probably right under, of course they are, right under our large water pump, so we can't actually do that. but instead we're going to open another channel up this side. So we have a very easy chance for the water to tip in, because you should close as soon as the water is on the right level, meaning at the bottom level, basically up here. So we need to replace you with a sluice. So in the meantime, let's figure out this side. Going to destroy you. We're gonna put in a vertical power shaft right here. Gonna go one, actually I can't go too further up. Regular power connection there. There we go. Highest priority for both of these. And we might actually just disconnect that. What is, I guess we do have some wind power up here. Yeah. We also have some gravity batteries there, but we still have all of these, so we should overall be fine. So let's go ahead and disconnect them. Also that path out the front. And they can reach the stuff from up here, so that is good to know. Meaning we can do that connection over there. And then we can do the explosive stuff, which would basically be one level down. I guess we can actually just replace you. Like not replace you with a double platform. Means we should still be able to get down here. We don't actually need to keep all of these, because even when we replace this with a sluice, we'll be able to access it. They can reach this from that corner. They cannot reach this one or this one from up there. So let's remove these platforms here. Yep, gives us 15 planks. Do appreciate some planks. We're, as usual, a little bit low. And that is mostly because of our tree situation over here. All right. Now picking all of these up and continue with this. Could have done that before as well, because they can actually get on the staircase and deal with everything over this way. All right. Bottom line is all of this is put in place. So let's destroy these few. And then we want to go down to down here. So for now, highest priority, picking these up. And then we're going to place down our explosives. There we go. To there. And yeah, let's just fill that rest up as well. Highest priority, so that is done. And then, yeah, I think overall that looks pretty good. I can already detonate you, which allows me, oh look, there's one of our platforms from below, which allows me to put in another double platform here. Don't need a double platform, triple one will be better. Highest priority, and then we're gonna build our vertical shafts back in there. Hello. There we go. Vertical shaft on top. Top of that, this one. And then while we're at it, let's delete this levee here, because they can still reach both sides. And highest priority there. And then a double... Oh, if we do a double explosives... Ooh, that shouldn't have been a double. That should be a single. All right. You will be a single one. A single explosive. Yep. Destroy you. Yep. Highest priority. We also still have this platform that serves no purpose whatsoever. There we go. Destroy. Gives us a few more planks. And once they pick all of this up, we can actually make that pretty nice, just going out this way. And then over here. All right. Getting there. Getting there. But these can be removed now as well. Give us a little bit more resources. Not a ton, but a little bit. And then we'll leave it at that. Right. It is nighttime. Let's see how far they've gotten over here. Not bad overall. Not bad. We're making some more planks. We're still a little bit low on logs, which is explained by all of that. But that is okay. Food-wise, we're good. Water, we're a little bit low. We're now at 87 beavers. Yeah, our big water pumps should kind of cover that. I think that is just because they basically drink all the water at the end of the day. Did I say this already? Deja vu. Anyways. So, exploding these around, and this one. And then we'll still make the connection over there, just to have an easier pathway to our water pumper up here. Right, highest priority on that one as well. You guys are still building these instead of down here. I guess kind of makes sense. So 2 explosives will be coming in. Wow, we have now a ton of unemployed beavers. So let me go ahead. Extract is a good amount that we're storing. What happened to all the bad water? I guess we're using up a ton with the explosives and the extract factory, which we don't really need. Right, I paused both of these. We definitely have enough extract to wrap up sort of that tunnel under there. So that shouldn't be too harsh. Excuse me. And yeah, making good progress over here as well. And I'm glad we sorted this part out. Now at some point, and that point could actually be now. 71 metal blocks. Yep. Definitely now. We're going to remove you. Set this to be picked up at highest priority. And then we're gonna start building a sluice. And a sluice is in landscaping. Not entirely sure why it's in landscaping. But I guess that's alright. Also very weird that what we did here. But I guess that is okay. I've now also picked up the stuff. Put the sluice in front, letting out water this way, and then close above downstream at 2 and at 1.8, because we're letting this go back down to 0.8, and then that will fill up to the max over here, or will remain open until we are at the max over here, which I think will be quite useful. All right. Also means sooner rather than later, we'll kind of need to figure all of this out on how to get the stuff over there. Oh, look at that. You guys have actually been relatively quick. And I think actually the tunnels underneath haven't been high prioritized. Now they should. Maybe not. There we go. Because I do want them to finish these tunnels. They do need 1 extract, 1 explosive, and 6 planks. I think the biggest challenge will be nothing, actually. Very nice. All right. First explosive is coming in. Immediately gonna detonate. Second explosive will come in right as well. And then I can leave them deal with all of this once this is exploded as the tunnels explode on their own. And I think it was definitely the right decision. We'll be able to get the water out much quicker if we do this compared to... should you actually be lower? Maybe you should be lower. Because we can actually... How tall is this? We can actually go 2 levels lower than our tunnels. So let's actually do that instead. So remove all the tunnels. 1, 2. Okay, the tunnels go in here. Tunnel. Hello, click. There we go. The tunnels go in here. Let's say roughly until there. I'll still let him do that. And then we're just gonna go down by 3. However, they still need to get down there. So, but bottom line is we need that pathing over this way. So if we're gonna do that, we can put one more stair down there, need the corner. So the corner in itself should be a 1 explosive. Then you should be a 2 explosive. Do I need a bit more space over here? I might. We're gonna add 2 more down there and another 2 explosive in this corner. Right. Looks weird. I'm hopeful that it makes sense. Right, and then we're also gonna set up you to be the highest priority, and we have been missing 1 tunnel. So let's put you back in. Highest priority. And then... I need to destroy you. 1, 2, 3. So if we add another 3 explosive over this way, we should be able to deal with the rest. All right, drought is almost over. Still doing okay overall. I should have... Oh, no, 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 no. I'm pretty sure you are out of water. And yes, you are. Sorry, beavers. And that is why you every now and then should check in on your beavers. I'm just super thirsty. Poor guys. Alright, you are in. You're already set on the right auto setting. Side of old age. They're all super, super thirsty. Alright. We can detonate this part here, though. And now continue up. It's actually 1 too high. Alright, that's not too bad, though. That's not too bad. We can always do that. You need to be... No, you need to be a single as well as another single. And then connect this part up. If only I was patient enough to wait for this to dry out. Yeah. There we go. Highest priority on all of these. We are producing some water, but it will take a while for everyone to be back to normal. I think the regular season will help. Maybe. Maybe. 24-hour workday should technically help with that. I have a good amount of water left. And yeah, actually a good amount of water. Nobody has died of thirst yet, which is awesome. Are they happily building this already? They are. Guessing they're going to bed. Drought has ended. Let's see if we're getting regular water out relatively quickly. Actually, there should be. Because with the drought, just needs to put enough pressure to move it up. Right? Yeah, looks like okay. No water coming. Water's coming out here, water's coming out there, water's coming out there. So again, overall doing all right. I'm actually gonna unpause you. Because very quickly, you might even be able to... Yep, you are already working. So this way we can at least get our beavers back into a okay shape. Would also set you to the highest priority. In terms of their water supply, because, like I said, it takes a while to balance it out again. And this should double produce our water. Right, that was on me, and I do feel bad for our beavers, but yeah, not that much I can do about it. Well, not retrospectively. Alright, also still building all of this. Wood supply is still alright. We could actually remove these pine trees out the back. Actually, instead of removing them, why don't we mark them to be chopped down? Because if they are dead, they're just dead. Don't know why you're marked. Oh, the one next to it needs to be marked though. Alright. Giving us a bit more wood supply, and the rest is actually coming in at an okay rate. You're flowing out this way and a little bit over here. Interesting. So I'm technically pushing a little bit more water in there. But at the same time, it's flowing down this way. Huh. I guess it should be okay. Could technically add another levee there. And you know what? Why don't we? Should be alright in terms of... No, that's actually not. Because maybe we need the added water flow up here. But what we can do instead is put in another sluice for the sole purpose of directionality of water flow. I'd love to put it underneath there. Right. We do have plenty of water now. I'm going to pause the guys down there because the ones up here are doing a pretty good job. And we're actually slowly turning all of this up here back into a green area, which will be quite good to have. And they've started with the tunnels. So we're getting there. Let's just quickly make sure that all the tunnels are on high priority. They are. They have not put this in yet, which is fine. And this is very, very slowly evaporating. The other thing that we need to plan is we need to get water from here over to this direction. And I think probably just gonna make a path here and then tunnel the rest. Because then the lowest level here will also equalize over there. But it won't actually top it up. It will just keep the base level the same. So we're not gonna do that. So instead, let's go ahead and look into our fluid pump. You have a depth of 5. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you would actually be able to get relatively far down, or we put you here. Could even put you here. And then tunnel basically the rest over. Actually, I don't hate that. Oh no, but it won't be able to fill the water up to the top. That's the whole thing that I'm trying to do. So yeah, let's not do that. Instead, we can actually put the water pump in here if we were to disconnect that area. Which reminds me, another thing that we wanted to do. If a drought is approaching, that is okay. We're going to make some space over here. Do we need a tunnel? We don't need a tunnel. It will be cheaper. So this is 1 dynamite, and a tunnel is 1 dynamite, 1 extract, and 6 planks. With a platform is 6 planks, so we're only actually costing an additional extract, and we do have a good amount of this. But it would be kind of nice to utilize these, like to be able to immediately connect up the power up this way. So we are actually going to blow up this entire pathway. And let's actually just continue over there. And then just like that. Makes me wonder though, since I want to top this up to the brim, we're actually not going to do that one. We're going to go on the other side. Actually, why not just go like this and leave this corner as it is? No. Here we go. Yep. Because I think that will be in a much better state over here. So even if we get water kind of flowing underneath there, it will stay in this area rather than like washing out, so to speak. How far have they come? Oh, actually pretty far. Very nice. All right, and putting all the dynamite on this side as well. How's our dynamite situation? 112, pretty good. Extract is also still pretty good. Planks seems to be stable-ish. What are we using our gears for? I expected to have a few more. 3 planks, that's alright. We actually have a ton now of scrap metal. So let me go in there and actually reduce the amount of workers in here back to 4. And they're still happily building this. Cool. All of the dynamite here is in now. I kind of want to explode it. I should actually not have them work 24 hours anymore. Let's go back to 16. Actually, we shouldn't do this. Because why would we? We can keep the path as it is. And go in there and put the dynamite, 2 more dynamites in this way. Highest priority. And now they are basically going to bed. Perfect. Already exploding the entire rest. And then we're gonna put in our gears. Vertical power shaft. They can actually be... Wait, this is 2 wood, 2 planks, 1 gear, compared to 6 planks and 1 wood. I guess, why not? Why not keep it like that? Alright, there we go. This is all connected now. And then we're just gonna connect this part up here. And I prioritize the construction of all of these vertical shafts. with the added path on top. Putting it back in. Looks a little bit precarious of them falling through. I guess it'll be okay. Alright, let's have a look again at our tunnels. Probably need to put the path in a little bit longer. Don't know if you guys have already complained that it's too far. Come on. And then we're also going to set this one to high priority so it's just in place. Alright, another drought. Overall, we're doing pretty well though. This has overflown now. This is full. Look at that. Doesn't that look beautiful? Which also makes me think what we want to do, should be doing. I'm actually going to remove the pylon here. Put in another zipline station. Pathing. Zipline station. Can we, if we connect... Oh, we don't see this one unless we open it up. Did you see the beaver down there flying? If not, go ahead and rewind. It is a bit funny. Alright, so zipline station is in over here. I will connect this back up. Also makes me think we need a better connectivity hub over here. If we want to utilize this area back there. And in all honesty, we do want to. Because I think this will be a great area for additional wood manufacturing. So let's go ahead. It is a bit weird to not have to worry about them not liking to chop down trees. Again, check out the leaf codes. Fun faction. Super fun faction. Alright. Back to business. Put a forester just over there. Put down 2 future, 3 future lumberjacks. Gonna pause them for now though. And because it is close by, we're also gonna put in a tooth grindstone. They should actually be able to build this. Too far from the district center. Oh yeah, we don't have the connection up there. Easy fix. All right, so this is in place, and then this entire area, minus a little bit, will actually become forested land. But yeah, in the meantime, let's look at our tunnels. Water still good, food more than good. So overall doing fine there. I'm gonna expand the path over this way. So I don't need to worry about this anymore. Just 4 more of those. My guess is that the triple charge is already in. It is in. So we're in a good situation over there. All right. So, like we said before, we want to put a mechanical pump over there. Maybe more than one, actually. That could be quite nice, to be honest. So we can already plan that ahead. If we're putting one here, and let's say one here, because both of these seem to be like good spots, and do a triple dynamite here, a triple dynamite there, and then double dynamites to connect these up. And then the dynamites also all the way to the front. Right. So 1, 2 levels, triple dynamite down, maximum depth of the mechanical pumps. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Right, come on, Beaver. Wow, we're actually pretty low on water. I guess still. Right, maybe it is time to put in an additional water storage tank. Water storage tank, tank, storage, no, water tank. So let's go ahead and dynamite this part away. Because that is kind of close to both of them. And we can always switch that out with another zipline station if we want to do so. Alright. Good, good, good. Go back down here. Oh, only one more? None left? Okay. Now, do we want to recover all those planks? Maybe we do. Right. Just a little bit longer. You need to be picked up. They won't be able to get to this one, will they? Well, there are a couple of things that we can try. Let me actually destroy both of you. And then put down a levee here. Now all of that should have been moved over this direction. Yep. So that is not too bad. We also don't need these anymore then. We do need that one. Put you on highest priority. Although now you guys can reach this. Actually, I'm not so sure about that part. Alright, let's have them pick it up. Just to be on the safe side. And I'm gonna leave the rest in because going a little bit over time here. Okay, 2 of them are coming. Didn't get very far. Okay. Don't need to worry about this part though. So here we go. Where is our dynamite? There we go. Detonate. And all the bad water should be coming out this way. There we go. Awesome. Once we are done with the bad water, we're just gonna place a levee down over here. But you know what? While it could be fun to watch this, I'm gonna end the episode right now. So thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.